So I bought a couple of B-Seed Wi-Fi smart switches which claim to not require a neutral, which is good because I have neutral at this switch box but not the one over there. Basically I've got this LED ceiling light. It's a one gang two-way setup, so this switch turns it on and off and the one over there turns it on and off. Now the instructions you get with B-Seed are absolute trash, and they don't make any sense, and they just don't apply to well, how you should wire it, assuming yours is wired like mine. So essentially on your old switch you'll have like a one-way, a two-way, and a loop. So with your master switch, well, first you need to figure out which switch is the master switch, because only one of them is going to get a permanent 12-volt feed, whether the light's on or off. For me, it's this one. So once you've established which one it is, it's going to be a brown wire, obviously. You need to put a brown into L, which is live, and then you need to figure out which wires are the 3-core wire connecting this switch to the one over there, because you'll have a switch live and let me think, 2 strapper wires essentially. So basically you get your permanent 12-volt, put that into L, and then you connect another wire to L, which is going to send power down the 3-core, and it's going to come out here. And whatever wire that is, which now has a 12-volt permanent, you put that into L into this switch. Coming back to the master switch, in L1 you need your switch live coming down from the light, which is going to basically turn the light on and off. And again, you need to find another wire and put that into L1 to link the switch live to the ceiling light over to this switch, and then you put that into L1, and that's basically it. So this switch is very easy. All it really wants is a 12-volt permanent feed to L and a switch live feed to L1. Now the B-Seed instruction manual you get with the switches claims that you only need to put a wire into L, and that's literally it. That's wrong. It won't power up if you do that. So if you see here, this grey wire, that's one of the 2 strapper wires which would connect the 2 switches together on the old circuit. You've pinched one of the strapper wires to send a switch live to L1. In my case it's that black cable there, sheathed brown. And so if we come back over here, you'll see the other grey wire with the brown sheath on it. That's just spare. That's a strapper wire which you no longer need, so just isolate that off. Finally, any other brown wires you might have left over, you put that into L, because that's going to be a loop out into the next room or the next light. In my case it's the kitchen lights, so that brown there powers the kitchen lights. And finally you'll need a capacitor bridging neutral and live up by the ceiling so the switches work properly. Then you go into the app and set it up, which I can't really show how to do, but it's pretty straightforward. Connect them both to Wi-Fi and set it up so they both work as a one gang two-way switch. Long story short, you should end up with this. Light comes on, light comes off. Let's turn it on again, and we come over here, and like a proper two-way switch, light goes off, light goes on. You can hear the relays working there. And I thought I wouldn't need a capacitor for this light, because I think it's a 48 watt light. But the switches will keep flickering on and off because they're not getting a stable power supply without the capacitor. So now that's on max brightness. I'm going to bring that all the way down, which is using practically no power, which would normally create a lot of issues without the capacitor, but as you can see, it's working completely fine. So yeah, that's essentially it. So it can be done. It's confusing, and I was confused, but I eventually figured it out. Regarding those 3 blue wires there, they're neutrals. They're just on a loop. So I join them all together with a 3-terminal Wago, because they're kind of irrelevant. You don't need neutral if you order the B seed no neutral light, because as I said, there's no neutral on this side, and so I can't have a switch which requires neutral in a 2-way fashion. So yeah, hope that helps. Actually, I will just show you the bullshit instructions you get with the switch itself. So you can see here, wiring diagram, 2-way Wi-Fi switch. No neutral wire is required. It isn't if you buy the no neutral one, so I don't know why it says that. And as you can see here, here is your master switch. You've got L1, which goes to the light, which is what I've got in the master switch. You've got a permanent live to L on the master switch, which I've got. But then on a British 1-gang 2-way setup, you can call it the slave switch if you like, won't have a live feed. So you can't wire it like that, essentially. So basically what you're doing, you're getting your permanent 12-volt feed to your master socket, which is L. Then you're using one of the wires from the 3-core, which joins these together and is separate from everything else. You put that also in the L terminal to your master switch, and then you link it to the L terminal on switch 2, and that's giving you a 12-volt feed to both lights. And then L1, as you saw anyway, that was the brown sheathed wire coming from the light down to L1 on your master switch. And here, look, it says you don't need anything connected to L1 on the other switch, which is wrong. As I said before, if you only have a live feed coming to this switch, it won't power on. And so you need another wire from the 3-core between these two to link L1, which is your light feed here, to L1 on here, and that's essentially it. And you'll have a strap of wire left over from the 3-core, which you don't need, so you just isolate that, shove that out of the way. It's not connected to anything. And any other remaining brown wires will be loop out and require a 12-volt feed, and so you hook them up to the L terminal on your master switch. Yeah, that's essentially how you do it. So I'm just going to button everything up, and now it's sorted. All good. Cheers. And just to show the final product, you might find you'll need plastic spacers. So on this switch, I luckily didn't need one, because there's less wires going into the back of it. But if we look over here to the master, where it's got a lot more wires plus those 3 neutrals you have to loop together, just got a 10mm spacer here, so you'll need one of them potentially, plus longer back box screws. But all in all, very neat looking switch, to be fair. You can also turn that light off with the app if you find it too annoying, but it works seamlessly with Google Assistant. So I can't do it while I'm recording because it won't listen to me, but if I say, hey Google, turn off living room light, it will do it. So yeah, hope this helps, and I hope it wasn't too confusing. Cost me 30 quid for the pair, but they're about 15 quid individually, so all good. Cheers.